What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back. So we're ready to go on to our next mission with Veiled Knives. Did quite a lot of farming to get the full set, and even then not all of it is purple, but I am up to level 70. I also kept the Butcher set. I've really been liking that. There's lots of synergy with my current playstyle, but we're going to be playing with Furious Bandits a little bit, just to take a look at the current skill tree. Still have the full Howling Blade set, along with Phantom Sword Dance. Over here, been working with Gale, same as always. And then I've gone ahead and dropped Recklessness in favor of Wind Piercer and Wind Piercer Persistence. Over here, started picking up points for Cold Blood Spirit as well as Cold Blood Stamina. And then our commentary, I've taken everything out of this area, which, you know, I wish I should, but to be honest, dual wield is just, it's so point hungry. Very, very point hungry. Either way, make sure you have either broken down anything you don't need into materials or turned it into lacrima. Obviously, make sure you have a run by here and unleashed your soul stones if you haven't. With all that done, we're ready to go on to our next main mission of Veiled Knives. Great sword users rejoice. Finally got a good set coming up for you. This mission has a boss that I think a lot of people consider to be like one of the walls of the game. And he was actually a boss I struggled with a lot myself when I first encountered him. But after getting a feel for his moveset, he's honestly one of my favorite bosses. I think he's one of the better bosses in the game. I would probably go as far as to say top 3. Really, really good fight. Boss that really benefits you to just take the time and learn. But anyway, grab that Nexus, go ahead and burn through some dialogue here there, not much. We're going to go ahead and put on the Undead Hunter's Lantern for this mission. Maybe a couple undead that we got to take out here and there. And I actually think our new lanterns might have unlocked by now as well. So that's something we'll check after this mission. So we got the lantern for the hidden walls and the lantern for treasures, which we're going to be guiding you to all that stuff anyway, and it won't matter, but you may want to pick those up for yourself. So as you proceed, we're just going to be killing a couple undead guys. Nothing out of the ordinary. Grab the lightning resistance elixir. Oh, you hit the wall. Goofball. Now, once you descend, this is going to be your first encounter with a rapier undead. These guys can be pretty annoying, I think. If you aren't careful, they can do a lot of damage really fast, so definitely just stay on top of them, maintain the aggression. Thankfully, they don't have a lot in terms of poise, so you don't need to worry about that. Ah, I hit the wrong button. There we go. Wolfric has leveled up. So, let's see. Afterwards, we get a poison enhancer in the path to the right. It's this way. Nope, not that way. Where's my poison enhancer? Oh my god, bro. Yeah. Bro was just juking me. There should be a poison enhancer in one of these little areas. Did I grab it? I might have just grabbed it while I was in the fight with that guy, to be honest. Let me confirm. Alright, well, I did not see a poison enhancer picked up, so let me just confirm. So my notes, I wrote poison enhancer in the path to the right, and then javelin the undead summoner. And I'm not seeing it. Maybe it was just a drop from when I killed him with spear. I'm not seeing one there, and I'm not seeing one over here. Just certainly weird. Either way, a poison enhancer isn't a huge loss. But so, yeah, anytime we see summoners, we want to take them out from afar. And basically, they'll just keep raising up undead. So, as a reminder, to help handle them, we want to have access to this point right here. Javelin, Rest in Peace. Very nice perk for taking out those undead. The shard and proceed along. We have a stealthy undead coming up. Now, we don't have on the lantern to see them. However, as long as you get in the damage, they won't be able to get their ambush off on you. So the big thing is just us being aggressive enough to where we hit them first. Now over here, you can see there is a shortcut ladder. We're going to be making our way back over to that a little bit later. I just want to call that out now because this area is, it's like a big circle, essentially. Right. Okay. So we're going to continue along this way, and there's going to be some more undead that are going to pop out in just a second here, and we'll take them out. Probably should get a sprint attack already. I just love the dash attack so much. Sprint attack would also be good. Boom. Alright, now over to the left. Well, there's a bunch of undead here, but there's going to be another undead summoner. We're going to take him out first before all of his buddies start coming. I really need to use my charged attacks more. That's what this whole build is about. Here and get this chest. That was extremely rude of you. Grab the fire essence, get the soul tier. Kill the summoner, kill everything, get the chest on the platform, then head up the stairs. After the stairs, we're going to kick down the shortcut ladder, and we're going to head on up. This way. We'll kick this down. This isn't the ladder I pointed out earlier, but if you need to rest, go ahead and do it now. We got another stealthy that we gotta kill. And then there's an elite rapier undead. It should drop the night scroll for us when we take him out. Ooh, you can see just how fast that guy is able to mess you up if you're not careful. There we go. And the Knights is actually it's a pretty decent all-rounder set. It doesn't have any weapon associated with it, but it's a good, just like, you know, regardless of what weapon, it's a decent go-to set. Use that with Greatsword quite a bit until I had a full Malculus set. But getting past them, we are now up to the spider portion of this zone. Scroll my notes a little bit. Let's see. I'm going to continue along until we see the spiders. There's going to be some loot off to the left. Just waiting for the big one to come. We want to run for this big one first. This one will keep spitting out little explosive babies. My God. There we go. Take that thing down. Drop here. Pop this. And then we want to plunge this guy. Now with that dead, all these eggs are going to pop up. That's okay. We're just going to sprint through. Let them all show up. Take them all out. Let me see. I had notes for like little pieces of loot that I saw, but I'm not seeing them. There it is. Alright, so we got the Earth Enhancer, kill the spider making babies, drop for Soulstone 1, plunge the big spider, run back on up onto this platform again, but this time we're going to drop down on this side, plunge, and that's the Man-Eater Spider Scroll, which is the Spider Greatsword set. If you're a fan of it, you can now freely craft it. And we're going to head down here. And this is the ladder that I talked about previously. I said this area is basically a big loop. So we are going to rest real fast just because we're down to 1. And we have a decent amount left that we have to get through. Probably should just change my whole playstyle. I'm playing very much like I have the Butcher set on still. Get our endurance up to 40. Looks good. As I mentioned from here, it's really just whatever you feel you need. If you need more stamina, focus endurance. I'm likely going to take my health up to 40 next. And that's the summoner that we killed originally, so don't worry about killing him. Instead, we're going to go this way. And then if you can see him up top, let's see if I can get an angle on him. There's a summoner over there. We're just killing him preemptively. Plunging at that guy. Grab the fire spirit's fuel. As long as I get one of these guys, I'm happy. I got neither. It still worked out though. And then instead of going up, we're actually going to go around here. Oh, God. So busy sprinting, I didn't see that I ran out of stamina. Kill him, grab this. Right down there, that's the one we killed earlier. Should be 2 more undead up top here. We need to take out. And we're going to hit the elevator. And as we are going down this, just get ready to run off here. I think it's this side. Yep. Go. Now, real fast, just to talk about that, if you're playing Greatsword, Lost Mage is actually very, very solid. Late game Greatsword, I really like having the 2-piece bonus from that for Brinkguard Spirit accumulation, but all 3... this is just fantastic because you're getting a ton of spirit off of your charged attacks as well as your brink guards, which are like the core of the greatsword kit. This is going to be a shortcut we'll get after the rolling ball pit, which you'll see in just a little bit. And if we come down here, this just brings us to where the elevator would have gone to on its own. Let's see, is there anything else I need to do with this set? It's really just charge the tax, isn't it? Yeah. So there's a rolling ball of doom in this zone. Let's see it coming. We're just going to run past it for now. Get that guy down, and then right up there, snipe him. Chaos disruption parchment. Now we just need to dodge the rolling ball of doom, and there's a couple skellies that we'll deal with in the process as well. But so we'll just wait for the ball to come and run on up. Continue on up. Probably could have made it over to that one, but don't remember for sure if it instant kills you, but I know it does a ton of damage, so it's better safe than sorry. Just avoid it completely. Go through here and hit this. That will stop the giant ball from rolling down. Ahead, we got a dweller waiting for us. That off. Let's see. Snipe the dweller ahead, open the shortcut. This is where the chest was. Now we just work through killing a bunch of spiders. Big one spitting babies is our priority. A couple of small loots and a poison scroll that we got to pick up. So just going to be kind of zipping through and killing. Like the gauntlet of spiders. Might actually change the other heavy attack. I feel like it would help me maintain the fire buff more. Instead of going straight for the elevator, we want to go this way. Get a little bit closer. There we go. Nice little plunge attack to take him out entirely. And go this way for a soul tier. Pull that, just wait for the elevator. This is a really long area. I think we're going to keep our same cadence, though, of trying to get a whole zone done in one episode. I know there's a couple later on that are quite long that probably won't happen, but We're making good time. I think we can close this out in the last 10 minutes. So run through her dialogue, and then we're going to head forward for another Nexus. I don't think there's anything over here. Let me just confirm. Yeah, no. Clear. Alright, let's get our health up to 40. So first we're going to go left. There's just going to be a couple dudes that we got to kill over this way. And we'll get a soul stone, open this gate. Now in this direction, this guy will ring a bell. Oh! Usually I like to snipe him in advance. If you don't snipe him, it just calls everybody out. And to be honest, like, you're going to be fine either way. If everybody gets called out, it might even be more advantageous for you, since you can just group them all into nice little piles and take them down with some AoE. Bro's got the IQ of a popsicle. What's our B still? Okay. Snipe that one. And in this room, we're gonna go down here first. Wait, a small army of dogs. There's one more dog, but we'll grab this chest first. Alright, up top there should be 2 more guys, including an archer that's a little farther away. Kill dogs, get the chest afterwards, continue and drop for a mace dude and 2 dogs. This is our mace dude. Cool. Go ahead and kill him and get the soul stone over there. I'll head back up. Probably top off my health for good measure. Kill the archer that's back there. And then as you go this way, make sure you stay to the right. Path will collapse right over there. And we're going to drop down and open this up. And then we don't really need to rest, but we might as well. No real downside to it, as close as it is. So we don't actually fight these guys until later, but just taking them out now. Making my job easier in the future. Go down this way. I do think I might go back to the stamina spirit, because I feel like I'm moving so quick. I'm constantly out of stamina. Now over here should be an archer that pops up at some point. After the archer's dead, we can go on in here. Snatch that. Round the corner. Oh. I think I'd never seen that before. It was like a command grab, but it wasn't. Anyway, after you kill the blader, right here would be those two archers that we already preemptively killed. We'll knock this down. If you need to rest, obviously go ahead and rest. And if you don't, then drop on down. And drop on down. And drop on down. Now before we mess with those two, I don't see them. We want to keep our eyes out for an enemy that has a torch. There we go, because that is the town crier, whatever you want to call him, the guy that's going to round everybody up. There's actually quite a few, and we could just like walk up and kill all of them if he doesn't alert them. And I'm going to nudge my notes. Kill 3, snipe the guy with the torch, get the soul tier. So we're going to work your way everywhere around but the big rock. So we'll get to the big rock last. So ignore that pathway for now. Kill them. This one is clear. This one, I think, is the one with the explosive chest. Explosive chest or normal chest? Go. Pilgrim set. This one has some enemies behind it. Get the letter from a spy. And then in here, there is nothing. And back here, there's this. I know this looks like you can break it, but you can't. Kill him, and we'll kill him. Alright, now we got another little sequence with the rolling ball of doom. Let it pass and run up ahead. If you want to die. We're going to chill. When we get up top, there's going to be multiple enemies that are waiting for us to try and ambush us. I'm going to go ahead and hit this. And we'll kick this down. This is another shortcut. We're going to actually use that in a second, but first we're going to take out this elite. If I can actually hit one of these things. Oh my goodness. Defeat him, get this, and then, let's see. And then, yeah, we'll run back now since we only have one heal. Just drop down, go this way. Let's see, that's the path where we drop down. That's that ladder that we previously got. We're almost done. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, we got one hill. There's still some challenging stuff up ahead. Rather just have our heals and be safe. Let's see, sprint ahead, kick down shortcut ladder, pull the lever, kill the elite and dogs, the willpower orbs in the corner. Next area, we want to snipe the torch guy, then lure everything out and kill all, jarling in the central building. Alright, you can see the torch guy. Didn't I say there was a new loot spirit orbs in the corner? I wrote down that there were spirit orbs in the corner, but I did not see spirit orbs. Just the chest that we got. Maybe it was a drop from a kill. There we go. He's taken out. Yeah, get willpower orbs in the hut in the corner. Oh, it sounds like somebody else rang the bell. That's okay. Maybe I did pick him up when I came in here. God damn. See, this is why we replenished our heals. Alright, go ahead and kill all of them. Get our jarling back here. And then I don't believe there's anything back here, but we're going to do a quick loop just to check. Cool, we got it all. Head, clear, clear. That's the guy who rang the bell. Here to get this chest. Right, so we already killed that guy and the dogs. I think it's just a couple of dogs left. And one of these clowns. Fire enhancer. Grab that, and then we run on ahead.
Strange stench. What is it?
Go ahead and open this up. This will give you access to the remainder of the zone. And then, oh, I don't have one. This might take a second. Let me go ahead and put on stones. A little bit more. You can do this, I promise. It's just a lot easier with the javelin. Okay, I've wasted too much time. There we go. And that will be the final soul stone that we need. As you can see, this just goes straight back down. This is the pathway that we went down. And that's the whole zone. So that should be our jarling, should be all of our soul stones, and we are now ready for the boss. So we're going to wrap things up here. Malcula is a pretty interesting boss, so we're going to dedicate the start of the whole next episode to him. And after that, we will likely do a back-to-back of the side quests that open up upon finishing this mission. So stay tuned, and we'll catch you in a little bit with more.